Okay, so for this second Energy dream message, now for some of you, this is the same energy as the message before this, or right with this. I'll have them. I'll have the titles somehow linked so that you'll be able to tell, but they're going to be posted in the same day. Um, this energy also feminine. Again, for some of you, it's the same energy. For some of you, it's a completely different one. This energy knows that they are lacking in the skills and in the advanced knowledge for whatever they're doing or trying to do. And what they've done, either in the past or what they're going to attempt to do, is ask for your help, but not as a, oh, hey, this isn't just my work, collective helped with this. No, they're going to ask for your guidance and support in whatever project they are doing. And they're going to pass the entire thing off as their own. However, you already know this game, this scheme, and you've actually been asked by, and it feels like spiritual leaders. So you've already been asked to participate in whatever this project is, but your own. So, although this person will not be able to utilize your help like they wanted, they're going to throw their work in so that it's scattered in with everybody else's, so that it's not obvious that they are really lacking. They're hoping that it will blend in with everybody else's. Now, the here's the tricky thing: if this person still has connection to you or they know energy work, they're going to try to get you to dumb down or dull down your knowledge or your skill set. And they're doing this because they want you to fade into the collective just like they fade into the collective, where if you use your advanced skill set, advanced knowledge, it will show um, whoever is watching, because I don't know who is watching for this project. This could just be an energetic spiritual thing where the collective of people can see it, or a higher spiritual being, entity, source can see. But what's going to happen is you're not going to do that. You're going to put out the level of work that aligns with your advanced skill set and your advanced knowledge. And in doing that, it is going to create a project from a different perspective, from different angles. And it's going to make it very clear to whoever is looking at this that you have advanced knowledge, you have advanced skills. Okay. This is almost giving like two people applying for the same job, and one of them being more qualified than the other, and the one that's not as qualified trying to get the one that's qualified to like act like they don't know as much as they do, they don't have the skills that they do, so that the one that's less qualified has a better chance at it, a better chance at getting recognized. Capricorn, it could be your discipline as well that is going to be seen. It's almost like they're trying to get you to slack off in some way. So if you're having energy come through like that, don't do that, okay? Don't slack off. Oh yeah, Pluto. And on this part it talks about obsession and power struggle. So this is somebody that has obsession and power struggles with others because don't they don't put in um they don't put in the work that it takes to be who they want to be. And this is Lighthouse in reverse. They aren't able to shine and lead and guide the way that they want to because they haven't put in the work. It's like the um my mommy and daddy have a lot of money, so now I have a lot of money, so I just want to have advancement to have the same positions that my mommy and daddy had. And it doesn't work that way in spiritual stuff. It doesn't work that way in healing stuff and in leadership. The leaders that get there because of some kind of privilege are usually not the greatest leaders. They usually don't have the knowledge and wisdom it takes to be that leader. I did a reading about this not too long ago where I was talking about that. They want to be seen as this guru, but they don't want to put in the work. and the time that it takes to gain the knowledge of that. And I hate the title of guru. I don't really like titles anyway, but self proclaimed, I just it irks me a little bit. Um they want to have that title, they want to have the privilege, they want to have the notoriety that comes with being that leader, being that person that people look up to and go to, but they don't want to go through the real trial and error and hardships that it takes to gain the knowledge to become anything close to a spiritual leader, to become close to someone who's seen as a lighthouse, someone who can stand and shine the light into the depths of the darkness so that others can find their way out. That isn't something that happens quick and overnight. That's something that takes sometimes lifetime to get to, a lifetime of experience and lessons and healing. Fragmentation and Virgo. So Virgo and Capricorn could be significant. Um, but they could be targeting your organization, your discipline organization, because you've pulled your pieces back together. Nine could be significant. Ending of cycles. Nine is also Sagittarius, ninth house. So Sagittarius could be significant. Um, they can tell that you aren't fragmented in the way that they are. This energy also gives green-eyed monster. Again, for some of you, this is tied to the energy of the feminine that is, and this was a feminine energy too, tied to the feminine that's nurturing some kind of destructive thing for they think that is going to impact you, but it's really not. So this could be linked to Chiron wounds. Ah, look at that with Lighthouse in reverse and Chiron. Chiron is where you get your power, your wisdom, the ability to teach and lead, which I was talking to prior this came out. They don't have that because they have not put in the effort to work on their Chiron wounds, to turn that stuff. This energy or energies like this are stuck in the trauma loop. They're just going round and round and round and focused on external pieces, external doings by others, external when are they getting their judgment type stuff, when are they going to get their karma type stuff, instead of focusing on healing the wound that allows those things to happen in our lives. And there's a confirmation for access to higher knowledge that says access to higher knowledge, and it came out in reverse. They do not have access to higher knowledge where they see that the collective does. This energy could also be multiple people that try to get you to help them to make their work look better without giving you credit, and then try to misdirect you and squash you down so that others don't see you, so that you can't shine. Energy clearing twice. All right, Source, what else do you have about this energy? 922. So that was Virgo too, right? September 22nd. Yeah, that's Virgo. So Virgo may be significant. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Juggling the truth. High Priestess. This is somebody, collective, that put you in a position of deciding what you were going to do with the truth. You could see behind their fake guru, fake chosen one, fake earth angel, fake spiritual leader facade, and they put you in a position where you had to choose whether you were going to juggle their mask or whether you were going to stand on reality, if you were going to help them with the facade, or whether you were going to stand in clarity and truth. Because you saw it. Collective, you saw behind this person's mask. You saw that they were tied to trauma cycles. They were not leading anybody anywhere because they couldn't even lead themselves anywhere. They had themselves going in circles. So anyone that came to them was just going to go in circles as well. This gives somebody who gives out readings, personal readings, but all they're doing is projecting their own trauma, their own anger and rage onto others. And then that puts the other person that they're reading for, that's paid for a service, into a loop and cycle too, because now they're trying to heal something that isn't theirs to heal. Now they're looking at them to find where this is coming from, because this person in reality isn't reading their energy, they're reading their own, because they are stuck in trauma cycles. They are stuck in unhealed junk. And when you're trapped in unhealed junk and you are not genuinely healing it, you're just cycling it. You may talk about it, but you're not healing it. You're just reliving it every day. You're reliving that trauma over and over every day, which is just keeping you in a loop. When you're in that, you can't read somebody else's energy. You're projecting your energy onto them. And they may be having some kind of backlash for doing that. Strength. So, collective, this is somebody that you have had to or are going to have to stand in your strength to walk away from, because you can see that this person is not necessarily bad. They're not intentionally setting out to harm others. They are just trapped under a veil of trauma. So they can't see anything but trauma. They filter everything through a trauma lens. And you're going to have to, or you had to in the past, stand in your strength to walk away from this, because you saw that, because you could see the truth, you could see what they were juggling, that they weren't actually healing anything. You could see the truth. You were either going to stay connected and enable them, or you were going to have to stand in your personal strength and power and walk away from them, even if you cared about them. And sometimes the best, most loving thing we can do for someone is to walk away and not enable their psychosis, because that's what it is. It's psychosis. It's thinking that you are doing something that you're not, because you're trapped in a delusion of your own making. They may have even seen signs that what they were getting, what they were seeing, wasn't actually accurate, that they needed to heal and they needed to look within instead of looking at everybody else involved in their past, but they wouldn't do that. So they may have even found somebody else to affirm to them that they were in the right, which is just another enabler. It just continues it on. These are like the people that will go to therapy, but when they go to therapy, they're not being honest with their therapist. they're lying to their therapist. They're giving their therapist half of the truth so that they can look like the victim and look like the good guy, and everyone else looks like the bad guy, so that they don't have to change and do any healing. They're not going in talking about, no, this is what my part in it, this is what I was doing, this is what I was saying. Like, they leave all of that out. They only use information that makes them look like the good guy, that makes them look like the loving and caring guy, so that they then have a therapist or professional that is essentially enabling their bad behavior, because the therapist only has what they're given, the information they're given to go on. And unless they're a really good therapist and are spotting the holes and spotting the things that aren't making sense and are able to call this person on it, it just turns into a place where they go to get validation on their covert behavior and their victim mentality. All right, source, let's close this message up. I want to get out of both of these energies. I do not like either one of these. Yeah. The sun in reverse. This is their true energy. And this is what they have tried to put onto you or to others. The sun in reverse, not growing, not cultivating. This gives the storm cloud over their head no matter where they go. They may have, if you walked away, or once you walk away, collective, they may even paint you as the one with the problem. Let them. You continue moving on. Let them say whatever they've got to say. The truth will come out. Eventually, people will start to see the pattern in their behavior. They may not be doing very well right now, though. If this is somebody from your past, they may not be doing very well right now, because the reality of who they are and what they are may be coming out. The reality of what they try to paint themselves as being false, as being not true, may be coming out. And collective, if this is somebody that if this is a situation that you haven't had come up in your reality yet, this may be what's coming. So remind yourself that the more that you try to defend yourself against someone's lies, the guiltier you look. And it is safer and healthier for you to just keep moving and heal yourself and let time and reality expose them, because the exposure will come. You don't have to expose anyone. Reality is seen. More and more people have discernment these days. More and more people are awake to intentions and behavior. They can't get away with acting that way. The mask won't stay up for long. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles fell way over here. They're hiding the fact that they haven't actually gone on the journey to become the knowledgeable leader, the lighthouse that they claim to be or want to be. This is what they try to hide in the background. When things fall off to the side, like away from everything else, to me, it feels like something that's trying to be hidden or something that's not seen. They don't want it to be seen that they haven't taken the necessary action in their own life to become somebody that others can seek knowledge and wisdom from. If you can't heal yourself, if you can't heal your trauma, and you're still cycling through your trauma every single day, day in, day out, you're sitting up every day pulling cards on people that aren't in your life anymore, which in my reality is going against spiritual law. If you're doing that, you're not putting in the work. You're not somebody that people need to go to get guidance and help, because you can't even give the guidance and help to yourself. You're living in trauma and chaos and breaking spiritual law by reading on people that aren't a part of your life and that I know are not giving you access. Nobody in their right mind that is in the past is saying, oh yeah, please pull cards on me. No. Nobody wants you reading into their life if they're not in your life. And sometimes people that are in your life don't want you reading into their life. Just because you have the ability to pull cards doesn't mean that you have the right to just pull cards on whoever you want. Which is why when I first started pulling cards, I made a rule for myself. We ain't looking into anybody. If somebody's coming into our energy and somebody's coming into our mind space and somebody's coming into our dreams, we're going to pull cards and say, what do I need to know about this? Not what's going on with them. Because what's going on with them, not our business. Just like for y'all watching, what somebody in the past is going through, not your business. No, it's not. It's not. I know. And you live in such peace when you're not concerned and worried and searching for what others are going through. Yes, yes. But this person is trying to hide that. They're trying to hide that they do not have the knowledge or wisdom to be the lighthouse that they're trying to be, that they're faking that they are. And I just put that over the high priestess, and they know that you saw it, collective. 2111, so 111. They know that you saw it. They know that you saw that they do not have the capability to be who they're trying to be. If this is somebody in the spiritual world and they have a spiritual business, their spiritual business may be hurting. People may be coming back saying, they may be coming back. They may be dealing with the ramifications of doing services for people knowing that they are trapped in trauma. Yeah, knowing that they are stuck. Oh, yeah. The shadow side and karma reversed. Knowing that they are completely controlled by their obsession of what they've lived through and what is happening in other people's lives, and it's bringing dense consequences. It's stalling and stagnating their life. Oi, oi, Five of Pentacles reverse or in the upright. Shoot. I just said stalling their business. That's that. Man, due to the injustices. I know spirituality is trending right now. Okay? I know that it's been trending for a little while and everybody wants to be on the trend, but this isn't a trend. This is something that you are called to do, and you will know if you're called to do it by your North Node. If your North Node doesn't have anything to do with the hidden, spirituality, subconscious, healing, anything like that, communication, anything like that, you're probably not meant to be doing this, especially for a business. And when you do things to financially benefit and you're not helping but actually causing harm to others because you're projecting your trauma, your lack of knowledge, skill set, experience onto others, it's going to come back. There's going to be a price. There's going to be a price from operating out of obsessive, shadow controlled behavior. There's going to be a price. And if you're doing it for financial gain and you have financially capitalized on fake gifts, what do you think's going to happen? And when I say fake gifts, I don't mean, oh, only certain people have the ability. No, I mean fake gifts because you are misusing the ability that you have because you are not healing. You are doing something for the sole purpose of financially gaining and not helping somebody. You're not trying to help. You're trying to financially gain all at the expense of someone else. All right, I'm gonna leave this here. I want to get out of both of these energies, um, because this is Godspeed to everybody that's doing this type of stuff, and Godspeed to those who have ran into them and suffered because of it. If you need help on your personal journey, you can book with me. I've got to cleanse this out. Happy healing.